And his speech is from the Better Speaker series, Using Body Language. The speech is an educational speech from the Toastmaster masses or the mass of Toastmasters, whichever fits. He's working on an honorary obligation of being your Vice President of Education. His objectives is to inspire and help the club members be more effective in their delivery of their speeches. Delivery time for this speech is 8 to 10 minutes. Please welcome Fred.
This is my bailiwick, education, so I feel very good about being up here to be able to deliver this to you. Body language. Now, if you remember Sarah Palin, there was a drinking game with Sarah Palin. Every time she mentioned Maverick, you could take a drink. Take a shot. So I'm going to play that, not sort of drinking game, but I'm going to play an educational game with you. See, it's educational back and forth here. Every time I use body language, body expression, body gestures or something, every time you hear the word body, you've got to do something. Whatever. Very good example, John. Thank you. This way you get into the flow of the speech. I hope. According to anthropologist Edward Hall, 60% of our communication is non-verbal. The way we stand, our facial expressions, our hand gestures, our entire body movement communicate more to our audience than our actual spoken word. Body language plays other roles too. It's a great way to release nervous energy. Public speaking makes many of us uncomfortable, and often we display this discomfort through nervous habits like my glasses, pulling on my suspenders, or jingling change in our pockets. This is distracting to the audience. You will be a much better speaker if you harness this energy and use it to contribute to your message. If I stood here stiffly, did not move my legs, arms, or head, you would soon lose interest in looking at me and, in a few moments, in listening to me. Movement attracts and keeps an audience attention. If you want your message to be understood and remembered, you should use body language. Body language can be grouped into 3 different categories. Facial expressions. Oh, I gotta do it up here. Facial expressions, gestures, and whole body movement. Your face expresses your feelings to the audience. Think of Harpo Marx. He was my favorite expressionist as a kid and as an adult. You never spoke a word, and everything was told on his face. Together with your voice, gestures, and stance, it tells the audience whether you're being serious, funny, happy, sad, angry, disappointed, friendly, or hostile. Facial expression is often the key determinant of the meaning behind a message. For example, this is great. Scowling while I said it, you would consider my words to be sarcasm. But if I smiled and said, hey, this is great, you would consider me sincerely expressing pleasure. When you speak, your face communicates attitudes, feelings, emotions more clearly than any other part of your body. Your audience will watch your face for clues about your sincerity, your attitude toward your message, your earnestness, and your sharing ideas with them. Eye contact is especially important part of body language. Have you ever spoken to someone who kept looking away, avoiding eye contact? We often consider someone like that dishonest, insincere, disinterested. A person who maintains good eye contact displays sincerity, attention, honesty, confidence, and respect. Your eye contact should be steady, not darting from side to side or up and down. One effective technique is to look at one individual member of the audience and say your message, then look at another one and say your message until you have full contact with them, and then maybe a third one, go over to the other side and have full contact with them for your eye contact. This technique makes the audience feel you are communicating in a very personal manner, and you appear more confident and sincere. Gestures. A gesture is a specific body movement that reinforces a verbal message or conveys a particular thought or emotion. Oh, damn. As I say that, I have to change my tape. I finished that one. Finished that one. And now I lost it totally. Great. Did that one too? Nah, didn't do that. I'm very practiced at this. I practiced this so much I couldn't stand reading it anymore. But it's okay. You are participating, and that's the important thing. Your hands are excellent communication tools, but many inexperienced speakers aren't sure what to do with their hands. You've seen speakers put their hands in their pockets, behind their backs, fidget with a jewelry or watch, play with a pen or paper clip, or even use gestures over and over again. These are nervous mannerisms that will distract and annoy any audience. But strong, purposeful, forceful, and complimentary gestures strengthen your message and add to your interest as a presenter. 3 types of gestures. Conventional, symbols for words like stop. Number 2. Number 3. Descriptive, fish was this big. Describe the idea you're communicating, such as holding your hands apart to show length. And emotional gestures, suggest feelings, such as shaking a clenched fist. Well, my favorite is from Kramer from Seinfeld. Jerry, 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 Jerry. Very emotional. He has great descriptions. As he falls down his body, shows his emotion. Gestures should be a natural outgrowth of your thoughts and feelings about the message you are presenting. When you are comfortable with and excited about your message, the gestures will come spontaneously. 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 They will flow smoothly and effective. Whole body movement. How you position and use your entire body when speaking communicates its own visual messages to the audience. Your speaking stance, posture, movement tell the listeners whether you are confident, alert, and in command of yourself and your speaking attention. Learn how to work the room by moving from one spot to another. When finishing a point, walk closer to the audience and catch its attention, and stop and finish your point. As you move to the next topic, walk to another side of the room. This signals that you're making another point, maybe a third point to the other side of the room. This way, you can work the room to appear confident and poised. You release nervous energy, making you feel more relaxed and comfortable. You provide visual transition from one point to the next. Vary your position. There we go. You could use your body. We're losing it here. In other ways too. For example, if you're speaking about running to catch a bus, you actually run for a moment. If you're speaking about dancing, like Marielle did that one time, she was a very nice dancer. Like any skills, using facial expression, gestures, and whole body movement effectively can be learned. It just takes practice. One way, rehearse your speech in front of a mirror. Another way, maybe to videotape. then play it back for your family and friends and ask for their opinions. My wife would just say, never, I'm not going to do that for you. Forget about it. Her body language tells me all. Were your facial expressions and movements smooth and natural? How could you make it effective? In conclusion, much of your message is not just words. Your visual presentation plays a major role in your speech's success. Your ability to visually communicate your ideas through gestures and other forms of body expression. Where was I? Will enhance that, very good point, will enhance not just your presentation, but your overall effectiveness as a speaker. Prepare as carefully for your visual presentation as you do for your verbal presentation, and your audience will remember your speech long after you have finished. That concludes my body expression.